beautiful morning. You're welcome to Women's Corner. Right here, we talk about women, children, parenting, everything that has to be connected to a woman. We give you information, we try to coach you, we try to educate you, and of course, give you the best as much as possible when it comes to content and tips which you can have and put into your day-to-day life. But I want you to know we're streaming live on our social media platforms at Galaxy Television and Galaxy TV Web, and also we have a YouTube channel, so you can actually watch. You can like, subscribe, and share. We have Galaxy TV Comedy, Galaxy TV News, and Galaxy TV Entertainment. Guess what? We have Galaxy Television app on Google Play Store and Apple Play Store, so you can just go right there and download our app to watch all of our live programs. I'm not doing it alone as usual. I have my co-host. Name is Confidence, but let her do your introduction. Hi, girl.
Good morning, Rose Blossom. Good morning, our dear viewers. It's the Lagos girl right here in the studio on Women's Corner, and I cannot wait to dive into the conversation of today. So you better stay tuned and let's converse, let's relate together.
Okay, all right. So before we introduce our guest for today, of course, today we'll be talking about parent to child education. This is something she has been doing for years. And of course, she has been on set with us. She has been in the studio. She has also joined us via Zoom. But this time around, she's coming via Zoom, and she's going to be talking about parent to child education. What are the important education a parent to a child and a child to a parent should have and must have. So before that, because we're talking about children, let's go check tips on child nutrition, and right after that we'll be back to the studio to of course continue the program. Stay with us.
Tips on child nutrition. Nutrition for kids is based on various nutrition such as vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, protein and fats. These are called nutrients. Children need different amounts of specific nutrients at different ages. The best eating pattern for a child's growth and development considers the child's age, activity level, and other characteristics. Check out these nutrition bases for kids based on the latest dairy. 1. Food packed with nutrients with no or limited sugar, saturated fat, or salt added to it is considered nutrient dense. Focusing on nutrient dense foods helps kids get the nutrients they need while limiting overall carbohydrates. Consider these nutrient dense foods like protein. Choose seafood, lean meats, poultry, eggs, beans, peas, soya products, and unsalted nuts and seeds. Fruits. Encourage your child to eat a variety of fresh, canned, frozen, or dried fruits. Look for canned fruits that says it's light or packed in its own juice. This means it's low in added sugar. Vegetables. Serve a variety of fresh, canned, frozen, or dried vegetables. Choose peas or beans along with colorful vegetables each week. When selecting canned or frozen vegetables, look for ones that are lower in sodium. Grains. Choose whole grains. Dairy. Encourage your child to eat and drink fat-free or low-fat dairy products such as milk, yogurt, cheese. Fortified soya beverages also counts as dairies. 2. Aim to limit your child's calories. Added sugar. Naturally occurring sugars such as those in fruits and milks aren't added sugars. Examples of added sugars include brown sugar, corn sweetener, corn syrup, and honey. To avoid added sugar, check nutrition labels. Avoid sodas and other drinks with added sugars. If your child drinks juice, make sure it's 100% juice without added sugars. Saturated fats. Saturated fats mainly come from animal sources of food such as red meat, hot dogs, poultry, butter, and other full fat dairy products. Pizzas, sandwiches, burgers are a common source of saturated food. Desserts such as cakes and ice cream are another common source of saturated fat. When cooking, look for ways to replace saturated fats with vegetables and nut oils, which provides essential fatty acid and vitamin E. Salt. Most children have too much salt in their dairy diet. Another name for salt is sodium. Processed foods such as pizza, pasta dishes, and soup often have high amounts of salt. Encourage snacking on fruits and vegetables instead of chips and cookies. Check nutrition labels and look for protein.
Okay, welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner, and that is the tip for child nutrition. Make sure you follow through so you can actually make your child very healthy. So I'm just going to introduce my guest. Her name is Olajumoke Lawal. She is a certified life coach, a writer and author, a digital creator, a Canva expert, and also she's a career coach and an award-winning entrepreneur and impact maker. I love that impact maker, so I had to put it in. Like, she has to explain what it means, but we know what it means, but she has to explain. Can we have her on the screen, please?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning,
Good
Olajumoke.
morning, Olajumoke.
All right. Kindly be on standby, please.
Can you hear me? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can hear you perfect.
Okay, I doubt I can actually have an audio to that. But anyways, we're gonna try and sort the audio. But first, I want you to try to, explain what Impact Maker is. But before I could do that, I think the audio has a problem, so we need to set that right. So while we are waiting for that, let's go check. This was supposed to be after a little conversation. Okay, all right. I just got a confirmation that she can hear me. So let's have her back on the screen if she actually can hear us. Okay, so Jumoke, why impact maker first? Why impact maker? Why? What's the meaning? We kind of understand, but for the viewer's sake, what's the meaning of impact maker?
Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning once again. Thanks for having me. Yeah, for me, impact maker is someone that is dedicated or committed to impacting into lives. Impacting into life positively, it could be in different ways, in business, in different kind of ways. So impacting life is not just about owning an NGO. It's about making impact in the lives of people, your loved ones, even people you don't know. Leaving them with good memories. Let them know that, okay, this person felt your impact in the life. Even if they use 1 hour with you, they use 2 hours with you. Your impact in their lives should show more. So I call myself an impact maker because I love to impact. I love to share knowledge. What you are doing yourself is impacting into lives because you are empowering minds. You are encouraging people. A lot of people want to give up. You are encouraging them. You are also an impact maker. So that's in summary, that's what making impact of impact maker is. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. So the question, well, of course, we're talking about parents to child education. So I just want you to just a little breakdown, or you can actually go very deep. What exactly do you think is the most important thing that maybe parents miss or child actually miss or misunderstand? Let me use that word. But parents miss, children misunderstand when it comes to the fact whereby they have to have a relationship, a mother to child relationship, and when it comes to also their education. And of course, when I say education, just like your last program where you said education outside the four walls of the school. So yes, what are the things that they miss, and what are the things the children miss, and how can they merge and make it all better?
Okay, thank you very much. Firstly, I want you to know that parenting is quite a very long journey and is very, very wide. And for me, I prefer when someone is saying, "Oh, I want to train my child." No, you do not train your child. You nurture them. And a lot of things come with nurturing. You understand? A lot of things comes with nurturing. You want to give your child a good life. You want to give your child a good education, and also want to create a relationship between yourself and the child. Because one thing that children or parents miss especially nowadays or maybe in the time past, is relationship. When relationship is very cordial between the parents and the child, or the mother and the child, let me just say parent and the child, it's very easy for that child to do well in life. The reason is because one thing that if that thing is lost between the mother and a child, it will be very, very difficult for it to grow back the same way it used to be. And that thing is called love. Love is very, very important. You don't just say I love you. You understand? You must express it in all way that you can. So from a mother to her own child, you must be able to express that your love for that child. Not nurturing a child is beyond just sending them to school. You have to train them, you have to train their mind. What you expose them to is also very, very important. What you expose them to. Like I said, I told someone a few days ago, because I told them, I said, I want to tell my son to start doing this particular thing. But I realized that, okay, what if this child is not up to that age? So I withdraw. And then I searched on YouTube, and I saw that a child that is not even up to that age is doing the same thing. So I changed my mind. So it is very, very important as a parent to always be in a relationship with our own child, to know what is going on, to be very, very observant. Because as a parent, if you are not observant, you will not know many things. You will believe you know, but you actually do not. You are very, very observant. So that's one thing with me. I always want to observe, okay, what are these things? What are the things this boy can actually do? So that's very, very important. And that's what most parents miss. They don't observe. They just assume that this boy, you should be able to do this, go and do it. And the boy is not actually interested. Maybe you just do something like that for maybe once or twice. You just assume that, oh, the child should be able to do that. But it is actually not that child's passion. So, and that's the reason why I mentioned love. I mentioned relationship, because when you create relationship, when you nurture the relationship between you and your child, you will not be able to miss a lot of things. You'll be able to know much more about that child, even before the child goes to university or mix with other peers and all of that. I hope you understand. So that's one of the things that is missing. We believe that, okay, naturally, as a mother, you love your child. You gave birth, you got pregnant for 9 months, you gave birth to that child. So it is very, very natural for you to love that child. So it cannot be broken. That love cannot be broken. But we must ensure that we nurture that child in that love by creating a good relationship and also a very, very good atmosphere for that. I don't know. Did you understand what I'm
Okay.
trying to say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. I hope you have a question for
Oh,
me.
yes, I do. So, talking about nurturing children, talking about parents nurturing children, Olajumoke, how about children that, or how about parents that have really, really nurtured their child? They've gone, the extra mile to nurture their children, but they just see that this child, because of peer pressure, is stubborn, is more, secretive. How do you think a parent should, go about that experience? How do you think the parent should go about that one? A child that is really, really stubborn. I mean, after a lot of nurturing and praying and teaching and training, and then the child just decides that he wants to be stubborn or she wants to be stubborn because of the peer pressure that they have. How do you think a parent can now come in this situation?
Okay, thank you very much for that beautiful question, because I love that question, because uh, what I observe from what is going on in the world, I discovered that there was a post I posted on Facebook about some children. They dress decently when they are home, but when they are in school, they dress entirely changed. And if you look at their background, it's not as if they have a poor upbringing or they don't have a good parent. But most of them, because of peer pressure, they bow to that pressure, and they begin to misbehave. But one thing I'll first say is that as a parent, one thing that we must teach our child is contentment and also self-discovery. See, when a child is contented, you will not be able, it will be very, very difficult. I mean, very, very difficult for that child to bow to pressure. I hope you understand. Because like when I was in school, I see a lot of things. But because my mom already taught me contentment, I was unable to bow to such pressure. And secondly, is that self-discovery is very, very important. You see, it is very, very easy for a child to misbehave when he or she has not discovered himself or herself. It is very, very possible. But when that child knows where he's going, what he is doing. So I will encourage parents to always invest. See, it is not just about education. Education is important. But it is very, very also important that we should invest in the personal development of that child. Enroll them. This world is now even going digital. You can enroll them on online classes, on personal development, on self-discovery. Even in churches, they can invite that character of teaching and getting centers on personal development. It should not be about preaching Jesus is Lord, this and that. All these children they are hearing that sermon almost all the time. Jesus is Lord, He died for us, and all of that. But this still yet people as if they are deaf, they don't hear what. But the thing that is missing is self-discovery. When a child discovers, you know where you are going, you will not bow to pressure. You know how this you will achieve it. You will not bow to pressure. So the first thing that parent should do when that child is proving stubborn, he should first know what that child wants, and also try as much as possible to get a mentor. Like someone, I went to a program in Ibadan, and the woman saw the way I was speaking, and she walked up to me. My daughter is in Abeokuta. I want you to be a mentor. I just love you. I love the way you talk and all of that, and the way you are, what you have achieved. Because my spiritual father was talking about me and my values and all of that while I was there, while I was in Ibadan. You understand? So she walked up to me. So as a parent, aside being your child's role model, she should have another role model. She should have another what should I put it, mentor in another kind of field, not just about you and my child mentor, this and that. They should have that kind of thing. It will really help them. Someone they can look up to, someone they respect. Oh, this person is my mentor. I must not misbehave. This person is my boss. I must, that kind of thing. I think it can really help. I think it can really help. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for responding to that question. Amazing. Well, I hope parents are listening to this, and of course, children too are listening by behaving well. Let's quickly go for a break. We still have Jumoke with us, but let's go for a break. Let's take some water, and we'll be right back to continue the program. And this one, like I said, we're going to go for health tips, and that is tips for healthy fingernails. Because I've noticed a lot of children tend to have fingernails because they play with different things, so it's sinks into the nail. I notice most parents keep that part. They just believe that once you bathe, that's it. These are ways you can also help maintain your fingernails. And also for adults, we have some people who have very light nails, some people have different type of nails that they want it to be healthy. This is one way you can actually make your nails healthy. It's not always by fixing, even though we are fixing right now. So yeah, I also need that too. So let's quickly go for a healthy tips on how to have a healthy fingernails. And we'll be right back to the program to continue with Olajumoke. Stay with us.
Tips for healthy fingernails. Changes to lifestyle habits and nutrition may help straighten nails. Staying hydrated, taking biotin supplements, and avoiding certain chemicals are just some of the things you can try. 1. Take a biotin supplement. Biotin, also known as vitamin H and vitamin B7, is one of the B vitamins. Because it's water soluble, it isn't stored by the body. so you have to ensure that you consume it daily. Biotin can help strengthen hair and nails. It also helps the body's nervous system to function properly. It can also be found in foods like sardines, cooked eggs, legumes. You may also consider taking a B vitamin supplement. 2. Minimize exposure to water. Too much soaking in water can cause your nails to become weak and brittle. Wear gloves when washing dishes and try to keep your hands out of water while taking a bath. Of course, it's impossible to always avoid submerging your hands, but this is something to be mindful of. 3. Stay hydrated. Drinking enough water is essential for health, and nail health is no exception. Without adequate moisture, nails can become brittle and break and peel easily. Drinking enough water helps them to retain moisture and stay strong. 4. Pay attention to your diet. Make sure you are eating a nutrient-dense and varied diet and taking a multivitamin with minerals. A diet that is deficient in crucial vitamins and minerals can affect your entire body, including your nails. Consider incorporating supplements into your diet that are linked to improved skin health trusted sources, such as zinc, vitamin A, vitamin B12, and iron. 5. Be careful above the products you use. Nail polish and remover. Many nail polishes or treatments contain harsh chemicals that can actually weaken nails. Nail polish remover that contains acetone should be avoided since it can damage nails. Non-toxic nail polishes as well as an acetone-free polish remover. 6. Avoid using gel or acrylic nails if possible. While these are touted as an easy alternative for those who have trouble growing their nails, frequent use can cause your nails to peel, which weakens them. But if you had still like to wear them, be sure to give your nails a break in between applications. Exposure to ultraviolet UV light required for gel polish has been identified as a risk factor for cancer. Exposure also ages the skin that supports a healthy nail. It is recommended to apply sunscreen to such hands after at least 20 minutes before your hands are exposed to UV light. 7. Give your nails a break from polish. Along those same lines, although nail polish looks nice, your nails need to breathe. Constant use of polish, even non-toxic polish, can weaken the nail. After wearing nail polish for a week or so, remove the nail polish with an acetone-free polish remover and then let your nails be polish-free for a week. 8. Keep your nails on the shorter side. Long nails are more likely to break and be caught on things, while shorter nails are less likely to be chipped, cracked, or split, helping to keep them strong. 9. Don't use your nails as a tool. Instead, use the pads of your nails to open a soda can or use a paper clip to reach something in a smaller space. Using your nails as tools can lead to breakage and chipping, which can weaken the nails. 10. Use lotion on your nails after removing nail polish, or if you think you are not hydrated enough, moisturize your nails with hand cream. You can do this every time you wash your hands. 11. Change how you file your nails. Filing your nails in a back and forth motion like a saw can actually weaken your nails. Instead, file them in one direction. Also, go easy on the sides of the nails, since filing too much can weaken the nails.
Right, amazing. Welcome back. Oh my world. No, looking at those tips, I'm like, look at those
I
nails.
see.
I think my nails is still a bit healthy, even though we're always fixing. Can I show them your nails now?
Okay.
Proudly yours. Anyways, we're not here for that. We still have Olajumoke with us. Olajumoke Olaval. She's a certified life coach, a writer and author, a digital creator, a Canva expert, a career coach, award-winning entrepreneur, and an import maker. Let's have Olajumoke on the screen, please. Okay, hi Olajumoke. Welcome back again.
Hey.
Okay, so
you
we're just
very
going to do some of the
much.
questions to wrap up
Yeah.
the program. So I want to ask now, of course, we know sometimes mothers and children have the best relationship. You see, they are very close and all of that. They gist every now and then. But I want to ask, do you think that sometimes when mothers and children are quite close, especially mothers to daughters,
Yeah.
when they are very close, do you think mothers tend to lose, I don't know how will I put it, there's supposed to be a boundary, of course. Now, how much boundary do you think mothers should have with that same daughter that are pretty close to their best friend? Like what level of information do you think they should have? Even as an adult, let's assume my mom right now, she's having this bestie relationship with me. Do you think there should be a boundary? Or do you think there's some information she should never divulge to me? Or do you actually think at this point in my life too, married or not, there's some information I should not divulge to her? We just need to know, even though we're adults, we're still somebody's child. So we're still called children sometimes. So please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, yeah, actually, bond between mother and daughter is very, very important, and especially when you are single. When you are single, you should tell your mom almost everything. Yeah, but I don't think everything, but at least almost maybe 90% or 95%. She should know. And also the mother, it depends on the kind of bond. I don't think there is anything like so far there is respect. You have already set the boundary. It's not like your child or your daughter is misbehaving to you. So far there is not like disrespect. I don't think there's anything that you should not uh, tell your daughter. And if you are single, I don't think there's anything you should not share with your parents, unless maybe you are married. There are some things you are not supposed to tell your mom when you are married. There's some things you're not supposed to say. It's private. We call it privacy. So I don't think your mom personally. I don't think there's anything she should hide from you, and you too. I don't think there's anything you should hide from each other. I know you should be playing, you should explain things, but not 100%, not everything, not everything, but at least almost. There are some things that you don't even want to share personally, but I don't think it's necessary for you to share everything. I don't think it's necessary, but no harm, no harm. But it's still okay if you say everything. But I still don't concur to you saying everything, everything. I don't think it's I don't think, because I believe there will be things that are not necessary that you should bother your mom about. That's my own thought, anyways. That's my own thought.
Explanation. So,
It still does
how
not,
should
yeah,
parents approach teaching their children about managing setbacks and failures? You know, a lot of children, sometimes when they fail or when they have setbacks, you know, they just isolate themselves. So, how should a parent teach these children or teach their children how to go about managing failures and setbacks in this, I mean, in their lives generally?
Okay. Thank you very much. As a parent, you should always encourage your child. You should always let them know that failure is not, they are not a failure. Failure is just an event. Failure is just an event. So they are not, you should always remind them of who they are. Oh, you can even use scripture. You are a royal priesthood. Don't worry. Even ahead, even if they have not failed, you can always tell them, even if you fail, don't worry. I'm always here for you. There is nothing will shake you. You will still go to where you go to. You know, all those word of affirmation, word of encouragement ahead, because there is no way someone will move like that Yoruba adage. You say there is no way someone will move and the neck will not shake, or is it the head that will not shake, or the neck? So in one time, at one step in life, it may look like we fail or we have setback. You understand? So, but as a parent, we must always encourage our daughter. See, even if you go to school and you have a carryover, let me know. Let me know, so that don't hide it from. Let me know, okay? It's not the end of the world. Like one guy, I always encourage. He was he stayed where I work, and he had carryover. Not carryover per se. He didn't go for that class. He didn't go for that class. He was supposed to go attend that exam. He missed the exam, and he didn't tell the mom until the result was out. That was when he was able to tell the mom he missed the class. So blah blah blah. He didn't tell the mom. So the mom, because he didn't tell the mom, because you know how the mom will react. The mom can even curse him. That Timothy, no, despite the money that I've spent, this and that, but it should not be. Personally, I feel it should not be. You should always encourage your daughter and your son ahead. And even if they fail or they have setback, always encourage them that failure is part of life. It's just an event, and if you pass, so it's not permanent. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was an amazing response. So before we let you go, finally, what is that seated advice, important information you want to pass to mothers and at the same time to children? Most especially, I feel like the burden is so much for single parents.
Yes.
So what advice will you give to them at this point, both as a child and of course for the mothers? Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, as a mother or the parent, don't be too busy for your child. It is very, very important, because the reason is because everything, we have to go to work, we have to manage the home, we have to do this, we have to do that, career, and but don't be too busy. Don't be too busy for your child. Always be in the affairs of your child, despite, no matter how busy you are. Always want to know, okay, how was your day been? What happened today? Find out. Don't just be there. Don't just assume, oh, hello, are you fine? You are fine. You must make inquiry. Let them know. And even at their special occasions in school, if you cannot go, ensure that someone represent them and represent yourself. Don't just leave the child like, oh, the child is grown enough, or the child, I shouldn't be there. It's not important that I'm there. They don't need me there. It is very, very important that at every stage of our lives, of our children's lives, we should be there for them. And that's why we are their parents. We should be there for them. So if you cannot be there, find someone that can actually represent you. And if you cannot find someone that can represent you, ensure that you let the child know that you are part of their life, but they should not worry. You will make it up to them. Let them know. Don't just leave them and say, oh, I'm too busy, I cannot come. And also as a child, learn to be respectful. These days, people miss a lot of people, a lot of helpers, because of pride and arrogance. They feel, oh, I now have rest and I can do this. I'm not matured, so I don't need this person. I don't need to be this person. As a child, you must be humble, because you don't know anybody that can help you. It may not even be about money. You don't know anybody that can help you. So be respectful. Do what you ought to do at the right time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you
Thank
very
you so
much.
much.
I trust Olajumoke. Anytime it comes to parenting, children, coach, especially your career path, she's always done amazingly well right from start. So we'd like to really appreciate you, Olajumoke. Thank you so much for being on the program and for dishing out amazing advice, because I know this is what you do for a living. So even if they wake you up by 8 a.m. and say, okay, Olajumoke, this is what we want, with the sleepy eyes, you will still say and do amazingly well. So thank you, all of us from Galaxy Television. We do appreciate you, and we say we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. God bless you. Yeah, bye.
All right, thank you. And that's it from Olajumoke Lawal. Maybe you should take the last tip. What tip do we have next?
Okay, we have tips, advice for new parents. Tip, advice for new parents. So let's take that one. Tip, advice for new parents. And when we're back, we'll be wrapping up the show.
6 tips advice for a new parent. Parenting will test all your boundaries. Here are some parenting tips and advice that you may keep to have a positive perspective and approach certain situations with a can-do mindset. Your child isn't the only one who would grow. Plenty of folks, from experts to neighbors to strangers on the street, offer new parents nitty-gritty baby tips for getting the job done. But here's something a little different. Tip to help you thrive, grow, and truly enjoy your new and exciting journey as a parent. 1. Embrace the roller coaster. Many first-time parents get emotionally whiplashed, flipping between feeling like you're totally nailed this whole parenting thing to suddenly feeling utterly inept. But you know what? Everyone feels that way. I think it's helpful to think of yourself as the newest, shiniest link in an unbroken chain of successful parents that stretches back to the beginning of time. Be kind to yourself. If you're like many first-time parents who barely ever touched a newborn before you had your own, yet you think you should automatically be a baby care expert. Note, you are not an expert yet, and that's okay. One of the best things you can do for yourself right now is to be as supportive to yourself as you would be to your best friend. Get enough sleep as possible. If parenting is a big balloon of joy, exhaustion is the pin that pops it. Your sleep success can make or break your mood, your confidence, and your patience. Being sleep-starved can make you feel alone, incompetent, edgy, and cause serious accident and sickness. Accept all the help you can get. Never before in history has parents been expected to care for their newborns all alone. In century past, we always have extended family living with us, or at least very close by, to help out with the children. But today, that village has almost vanished, leaving your parent home alone struggling to adapt. Whether it is postpartum dollar, a nanny, meal kit delivery, leaning on your friends and family, or looking for that extra set of hands, any of these things can go a long way in easing the parenting load. Remember that all babies cry. The birth of an infant is a glorious experience, but it is a rare parent who doesn't have episode of anxiety and self-doubt, especially if your new bundle has colic or simply cries more than you expected. But babies are just babies. Your bub is not crying at you because of you. They are not mad at you. Human babies are simply born too early and need a little more womb-like care for a few months. Be flexible, keep your sense of humor, and be present.
All right, welcome back. That was a very beautiful tip, and unfortunately we are gonna wrap up the show right now. I mean, I want to be sure that you learned 1 or 2 things, concerning the parent to child education, because I did. And I love what Olajumoke said about parenting. She said that, I think I wrote it down, she said encourage your child ahead, whether they fail or not. Just encourage your child ahead so that they can find you as their safe space. So yes, it's the Lagos Girl wrapping up right now. So I mean, we will see you very soon at the buzz.
Okay.
Over to you, Ms.
Yes.
Blossom.
All right. So we'll come to the end of the program. My name is Rose Blossom. Up next is news on the hour. Right after that, we'll be having the buzz, and of course, tomorrow will be an exciting episode again with me and Covenant. So stay tuned. We'll be on your screen pretty soon. Bye for now.